You've been counting down the days. You've packed your bags, printed your documents, and now, finally, the day is here. Your first cruise. But here's what nobody tells you before you board. That first day is the most chaotic, the most confusing, and honestly, the most important day of your entire trip. The passengers who know what they're doing, they hit the ground running, get the best tables, stake out the best spots, and actually enjoy every minute. The ones who don't, they spend half the day lost, hungry, and standing in the wrong line. This video is your step-by-step guide to your first 24 hours on a cruise ship, from the moment you arrive at the port all the way to Sailaway. Let's do this right. Arriving at the port. The morning of embarkation, nerves and excitement hit at the same time. That's normal. But the first thing you need to nail is your arrival time. Almost every cruise line assigns you a check-in window. Maybe it's 11 a.m., maybe it's 1 p.m. Do not ignore it. Showing up hours early thinking you'll board faster usually means you're sitting in a waiting area with hundreds of other eager passengers going nowhere fast. Stick to your window or arrive just slightly before it, and the process moves dramatically smoother. When you pull up to the cruise terminal, porters are usually right there at the curb. These are the people with luggage carts and cruise line badges. You can hand your big checked bags directly to them. They'll get loaded onto the ship and delivered to your stateroom later in the day. Tip them a couple of dollars per bag. It's not required, but it's the right move, and it starts your trip with good karma. Keep one bag with you, your carry-on. Inside it, you want your travel documents, your passport, any medications you'll need during the day, a change of clothes, your phone charger, and your swimwear if you plan to hit the pool before your room is ready. Because here's the thing, your stateroom won't be available when you first board. More on that in a minute. Check-in and security. Once you're inside the terminal, you'll go through security, metal detectors, bag scans, the whole routine. After that, you head to the check-in counters. If you haven't already completed online check-in before arriving, and you absolutely should have, now is when it happens. You'll hand over your passport, they'll verify your booking, take your photo, and give you the most important card you'll carry all week. Your SeaPass card, or whatever your cruise line calls it. Royal Caribbean calls it a SeaPass. Carnival has their sign and sail card. Norwegian has their key card. The name doesn't matter. What matters is this single card is your room key, your onboard ID, your payment method, and your ticket to get on and off the ship at every port. Guard it like your life depends on it. Some cruise lines are also moving toward app-based boarding passes and digital check-in. So if you've downloaded the app and completed everything in advance, you might breeze through this section faster than everyone else. That's the move. Stepping on board. And then it happens. You walk up the gangway, the crew greets you with a smile, someone might shout your name and welcome you aboard, and suddenly, you're on the ship. Take a breath, take it all in, and then get out of the way of the entrance. Seriously, don't stop to look around right in the middle of the gangway. Move into the atrium or wherever you've entered, find a quiet corner, and get your bearings. The first thing you should do, before you explore, before you find food, before anything, is pull out your cruise compass or open the app. The cruise compass is the daily activity schedule the cruise line gives you. On embarkation day, it's packed with things happening in the first few hours. You want to know what's going on and when, because the first afternoon moves fast. The muster drill. Here's the one thing you cannot skip, cannot delay, and cannot be vague about. The muster drill, also called the safety drill or emergency muster. Before the ship can leave port, every single passenger must complete this drill. It used to mean gathering at your muster station with your life jacket for a lengthy group demonstration. Since the pandemic, most cruise lines have shifted to a digital model. You watch a short safety video on your TV or through the app, and then you check in at your muster station with a crew member who verifies you've completed it. It takes maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But if you don't complete it, you will be tracked down. The ship will not sail until everyone has done it. So handle this early, ideally within the first hour of boarding, and get it out of the way. Then you're free. Food. Where is it, and what's open? You just boarded. You might have been traveling since early morning, and you are hungry. Here's what's going on with food on Embarkation Day. The main dining room, the big, formal restaurant, is typically not open for lunch on boarding day. But the buffet, usually called the Lido Buffet, the Windjammer, the World Fresh Marketplace, whatever the name is open and packed. It's chaos in there during peak boarding hours, but the food is plentiful. There are also usually other casual options open: pizza stations, burger grills, taco bars, sometimes a deli. These spots often have shorter lines and are just as good. If you walk past the buffet and see a line snaking around the corner, head one deck up or one venue over. There's almost always an alternative. This is also the time to set up your drink package if you purchased one or are considering it. Guest services lines get longer as the day goes on. If it's on your list, handle it early. Your stateroom. Staterooms typically open somewhere between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. on boarding day. You'll often hear an announcement over the ship's PA system, letting everyone know the rooms are ready. When you first walk in, do a quick check. Open every drawer, check the closet, look at the bathroom. Get familiar with where things are. Check that your TV works, that the air conditioning responds, that your safe is functional. If anything is off, call guest services right away. Don't wait until 10 p.m. when you actually need something fixed. Your checked luggage will arrive at your door sometime in the afternoon or early evening. It's almost never there when you first walk in, so don't panic. By dinner time, it's usually outside your door. If it's not there by 8 p.m., that's when you call. While you're in the room, this is a great time to get your bearings with the ship map. Cruise ships can be genuinely disorienting. You'll feel turned around for the first day or two. Figure out where the bow is, where the stern is, which elevators go where, and where your dining venues are relative to your room. This will save you so much frustration later. Explore the ship. Now, explore! This is the fun part. Walk every deck. Find the pool deck and note how busy it gets, because on sea days, those chairs disappear fast. Locate the spa, the gym, the main theater. Walk into the specialty restaurants and, if you're interested, make reservations now. Most cruise lines let you book specialty dining and entertainment in advance through the app. But if you didn't do it before boarding, Embarkation afternoon is when you want to do it on board, before everyone else figures out the same thing. If there are any ticketed shows, comedy clubs, escape rooms, laser tag, go-karts, anything that requires a reservation, this is your window. Find the guest services desk, the entertainment kiosk, or use the app and lock in what you want. Also, find where the main dining room is and confirm your dining assignment. If you're on traditional dining, you'll have a set time, either early seating around 6 p.m. or late seating around 8:30 p.m. If you're on My Time dining or flex dining, go make a reservation now for tonight. Walk up to the dining room host stand, smile, tell them when you'd like to eat, and get it confirmed. It makes tonight significantly easier. The Sailaway party. As departure time approaches, usually late afternoon, somewhere between 4 and 6 p.m., depending on the port, the ship puts on what's called the Sailaway party. Head up to the pool deck. The music is loud. The drinks are flowing. There's a DJ or a live band, and the whole ship feels electric. This is one of those moments. People are leaning on the rails, watching the city or the coastline slowly get smaller. The horn blows, and you realize it's actually happening. You're on a cruise. If you've got someone with you, this is the moment. Get up there, get a drink, find a spot on the railing, and watch the ship pull away from port. It never gets old, even for people who've done it dozens of times. Dinner and your first evening. Tonight, you eat like a guest, not a tourist. If you're doing the main dining room, dress to the level requested. Embarkation night is almost always casual. Sit down, meet your dining team, and pay attention to their names. These are the same people who will take care of you every night of the cruise. A little warmth and appreciation goes a long way. They'll remember you. After dinner, take a walk around the ship at night. The atrium looks different. The promenade, if your ship has one, has a totally different energy after dark. There might be live music in a lounge, a comedian in the theater, a party on the pool deck. Tonight is really about feeling out the rhythm of the ship before the full itinerary kicks in tomorrow. And then, get some sleep. Seriously, tomorrow, if you have a port day, you might have an early excursion. If it's a sea day, the pool chairs are gone by 8 a.m. Either way, the first full day hits fast. The mindset for day one. Here's the thing about Embarkation Day that experienced cruisers all agree on. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing the right things early. Complete your muster drill immediately. Make your dining and show reservations before dinner. Drop your stuff in your room, explore the ship, and show up to Sailaway. The passengers who struggle on day one are the ones who assume everything will take care of itself. On a ship with 3, 4, 5,000 people, things go to whoever gets there first. You now know what to do. Go enjoy every single minute of it. If this helped you prepare for your cruise, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know. We've got everything you need to cruise smarter, spend less, and have more fun. Drop your questions in the comments. We'll see you in the next one.